Hello students, again welcome back to M&C. This is my third lecture in dealing with the same concept, some of the very important questions which may be coming for your JEE examination as well as for your Keam examination in the year 2020. Okay, in this section I am dealing with the chapter complex numbers and quadratic equations, and we are going to solve some of very important questions in this section. Okay, and here first question in this section is given here. See, if omega, this is omega, see, this omega is an imaginary cube root of unity, then 1 plus omega minus omega square, the whole raised to 7 is equal to. Do you ever heard about this concept, cube root of unity? Heard about cube root of unity? If not, just for your information, what is cube root of unity means? As you know that cube root of unity means it is a solution of this equation, but x cube minus 1 equals 0. When you solve this equation, x cube minus 1 equals 0, when you solve this, what will happen? What is a cube minus b cube? What is a cube minus b cube? You know that it is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square, right? Yes. Therefore, x cube minus 1 is equal to 0. When you solve the equation, x cube minus 1 can be written as x minus 1 into x square plus x, right? X plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, you can say that either x minus 1 equal to 0, or you can tell that which one? This thing. What is that thing? X square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. See. Therefore, you get the solution of x as 1. That means 1 root of this equation is 1. See, cube root of unity means when you go into the explanation, 1 root of this equation is 1. When you solve this equation, you get x is equal to, when you solve the quadratic formula, x is equal to minus b. See, I think you don't know that, yeah? Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac, the whole divided by 2a. When you solve this, the answer here is minus 1 plus or minus, let's see, minus b, this is minus 1 plus or minus root of b square. What is b square? 1 square minus 4 into 1 into 1, the whole divided by 2 into 1. See, what will happen then? Therefore, going to here, x is equal to minus 1 plus or minus root of, what is that? Here it is 1 square, right? 1 square is 1 minus 4 into 1 into 1, that is 4 divided by 2. That means x is equal to minus 1 plus or minus root of minus 3 divided by 2. That means x is equal to minus 1 plus or minus, see, what is root of minus 3? It is a complex number, right? Root of minus 3 is I root 3 divided by 2. That means you get two answers from here. What is that? One is x is equal to, what is that? Minus 1 plus I root 3 divided by 2 is an answer, or another answer is x is equal to minus 1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. These are two answers. See, what are the answer you got? X is equal to 1, x equal to this thing, and you get 3 roots, right? You get 3 roots. Therefore, one root is 1, another root you express this as omega, and this thing is written as omega square. See, these are the cube root of unities, 1, omega and omega square. And there are two important relationships in this thing. Two important relationships are there. First one, sum of cube root of unity. That means, what are the cube root of unity? One is 1, x, the value of 1 x is 1. Another is this thing. You denote it by omega. Another value of x is this thing. See, therefore, there are 3 roots, right? 1 omega and omega square. The sum of cube root of unity, 1 plus omega square, it will be equal to 0. When you add these two things, 1 plus, this plus and this, see, when you add this you get equal to 0. And one of the another important thing is that omega cube is equal to 1. Study these two relationship whenever cube root of unity or omega based questions comes. Okay, these are two relations. What is that? 1 plus omega square is equal to 0 and omega cube is equal to 1. Okay, yes. Going to the question here, what is the question given here? What is the question here? What is the question given here? The question here is 1 plus omega minus omega square. See, what is the question? What is the question given? 1 plus omega minus omega square, the whole ratio 7 is equal to what? Right. So in order to solve the question, I am writing here 1 plus omega minus omega square, the whole ratio 7 is equal to what? You have to find that, right? From these equations, you use these two equations to find the value of this thing. From this equation, see, what is 1 plus omega? From this equation, what is 1 plus omega? You can write it as minus omega square, right? Therefore, in the place of 1 plus omega, you write as minus omega square. See? Minus, here it is again omega square, the whole ratio 7. Got it? And what is minus omega square? Minus omega square. It is minus 2 omega square, the whole ratio 7. See? That means minus 2 raised to 7 and omega square also raised to 7. That means what happened? What is minus 2 raised to 7? It is minus 128. See? 2 raised to 7 is 2 into 2 into 2, right? It becomes 2 times 7. It is equal to minus 128. In omega square, the whole ratio becomes omega raised to what? Omega raised to 14. Omega raised to 14. You know that omega cube is equal to 1 because it is a second relationship. This is the first relationship and this is the second one. Omega raised to 3. Omega cube is equal to 1. Therefore, what is then omega raised to 14 then? Let me find that. What? Because when you you can write it omega raised to 14 as, see, minus 128. You know, when you can write omega raised to 14, right, in the multiples of 3, omega raised to 12 into omega raised to 2. See, you can write this power omega raised to 14 like this. How? Omega square, omega raised to 12 into omega square, because you know that omega cube is equal to 1. You should understand the multiples of 3. That means omega raised to 6 is 1, omega raised to what? 9 is 1, omega raised to which one? Omega raised to 12 is 1. See, omega raised to 16 is 1. The multiples, sorry, not 16, omega raised to 15, right? It's 15. Okay, therefore, this becomes 1 because omega raised to 12, omega raised to 12 can be written as, how, right? Omega cube, the whole raised to 4. What is omega cube? 1 raised to 4, that answer is 1. Just to forget that, you see that if omega cube is 1, the multiples of 3 omega, the power of omega, if it is 3, 6 is a multiple of 3, it is always 1. Therefore, you can write as minus 128 into omega raised to 12 is 1 into omega square, right? Then what will be the answer then? What will be the answer? What is the answer here? What will be the answer then? It is equal to minus 128 omega square is the answer. That means which option? Go to minus 128 omega square. Option D is the answer. Therefore, okay, right answer for this question is D. Is it clear? Don't forget that which option? Cube root of unity is very important. And understand that these two relations, which are two relations? One is 1 plus omega square is omega square. 1 plus omega square equal to 0 and omega cube is equal to 1. These are two important relationships to be studied whenever you deal with this cube root of unity. Is it clear? Okay, very good. going to the question number 2. The question given here is, let two numbers have arithmetic mean 9 and geometric mean 4, then these numbers are the roots of the quadratic equation. These numbers are the roots of the quadratic equation. Given the options, A option, B, C and D are given, right? And in which option these numbers becomes the roots. Okay, how to do this question? The two concept is given that you take two numbers which should be the roots to these options A, B, C and D. In which of the options these numbers becomes the roots of this quadratic equation. Okay, now how to do this one? How to do? See, you are given the arithmetic mean as 9 and geometric mean as 4. Okay, you have to understand many things to do these questions. Many things are there. First one, you should know what is arithmetic mean. What is arithmetic mean? What do you mean by arithmetic mean? What is arithmetic mean? You heard about it? Arithmetic mean between two numbers A and B is equal to, you study that it is A plus B divided by 2. See. As well as you studied geometric mean, GM means geometric mean between A and B is equal to root of AB. First thing to be assessed from this question is that you should understand what is arithmetic mean and what is geometric mean. Yes, you got it. Okay. Then another very important thing is that it's a question based on quadratic equation, right? You know that a quadratic equation is of the form. What is the general form of quadratic equation? What is the general form of quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. This is the general form of quadratic equation. And you have studied two important relationships should be studied. Two important relationships. First one, sum of the roots. That means if this quadratic equation has, since you know that a quadratic equation always has how many roots? Two roots are there. Therefore, maybe it has two roots, and the first root you denote by alpha and second root is denoted by beta. And there are two important relationships are there. You studied that in your class 10. Yeah, you studied in class 10. Yeah. What is that? One is alpha plus beta, sum of the root. It's based on coefficient. You can write it as minus b by a. That means the coefficient of x coefficient divided by the coefficient of x square. Another relationship you have studied is that product of roots. What is that? What are roots? Alpha into beta. You multiply alpha into beta. That means you are taking the product alpha into beta. You get the answer as c by a. These are the two important relationships between between roots and the coefficient. Between the roots and the coefficient. See, alpha into beta, it is c divided by a. What is c? Is a constant term divided by the x square coefficient. Okay. This is one of the important section in the quadratic equation. And one more important thing to be studied is that if alpha and beta are the roots of a quadratic equation, Q means quadratic equation, then the quadratic equation can be written as x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equal to 0. This is a general form of a quadratic equation if alpha and beta are the zeros. That's why you studied in your early classes, or you are still doing whenever you going to solve a quadratic equation. You write if you write a quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0, you say that this is a product. See? Okay. Still when you are factorization, you are finding the roots of this equation by factorization, you tell this is a product and sum is taken as minus 5. See? Same way, whenever if alpha and beta are the roots of which equation, alpha and roots are of a quadratic equation, then that quadratic equation will be of the form x square minus alpha plus beta into x into alpha beta. This is another important thing to be studied. See, okay. In order to do this question, these things should be understood. Otherwise, you can't do it. Okay. First thing is that you have to know what is arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Second one, when you write a quadratic equation, you are getting two important relationships. One is alpha plus beta, and second relationship is alpha into beta. What is alpha plus beta? Minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a. Okay. Another important relationship is this thing. If alpha and beta are the roots, which is roots are given, then you can write that you can write that quadratic equation. How? By using this equation, x square minus alpha plus beta into alpha beta. Okay. These are the important things to be studied. Okay. In this question, going to the question, it is given that the arithmetic mean is given as 9 and the geometric mean is given as 4. These are things given. And these, you are taking two numbers. Okay, you are taking how many numbers? Two numbers. You can name it as alpha and beta itself. The two numbers be alpha and the number is beta. See? Then what is the arithmetic mean? Alpha plus beta divided by 2 is given as 9. Arithmetic mean is given as 9. That means, what is the equation for arithmetic mean? What is arithmetic mean? What is the equation for arithmetic mean? It is arithmetic mean between a and b is a plus b. Add the two numbers, divide by 2. That means you take the average. Same way, I take the two numbers and alpha and beta. Then you are given arithmetic mean as 9. And therefore you can write arithmetic mean as alpha plus beta divided by 2 is equal to 9. Then for you get alpha plus beta, 2 into 9, it is equal to 18. 2 into 9, it is equal to 18. You get 18. Okay. Yes. And what is the next thing given? Geometric mean. What is geometric mean is given as 4. What is geometric mean? What is the equation for geometric mean? It is geometric mean between a and b is root ab. Therefore, geometric mean between these two numbers is root of alpha and beta is equal to 4. Okay. That means when you square it, when you going to square this section, when you square this and this thing, this will be alpha into beta, root will be removed, and alpha into beta is equal to 16. That means you get two numbers, two things. What is alpha plus beta is equal to 18, and alpha into beta is equal to alpha into beta is equal to 16. Okay. By knowing this, if these two numbers, read the question. If let the two numbers have arithmetic mean 9 and geometric mean as 4, then the numbers are the roots. If the number become the roots, see, if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, what is that quadratic equation? It can be written as, how it can be written as? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta equals 0. That means you know the value of alpha plus beta, it is 18x plus alpha into beta, you know it is 16 plus 16 equals 0. You get this quadratic equation. Okay. And what is the option? Which option? X square. What is that? This option is x square minus 18x plus 16. X square minus 18x. X square minus 18x plus 16. That means this is right. Option B is the answer, right? B is the answer. Therefore, you can tell that the answer is B. Understood? These many things should be understood when you have to solve this question. First of all, I understood what is arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Another important thing is, if alpha and beta are the roots, two relationships, alpha plus beta can be found by minus b. This thing is not necessary in this equation. In this question, it is not necessary, but for a general concept, just I am adding to this question. That's all. This thing is very important. If alpha and beta are the roots, therefore the quadratic equation will be of the form x square minus alpha sum into product sum alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. And by doing this, you get two values. Alpha plus beta is equal to 18 you got, and alpha beta is equal to 16 you got. Just you substitute in that equation, you get that quadratic equation. Therefore, B is the answer. Okay. Thank you. Okay, students, going to the third question. Here the question is, if alpha and beta are roots of the equation, x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0, then alpha raised to 2009 plus beta raised to 2009 is equal to what? Given options A, B, C and D is given. Yes. You have to find the value, right? Okay. As you already seen in a previous session that in a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, this is a question which is based on quadratic equation, right? Is equal to 0. If alpha and beta are the roots, then you study two relationship. What is that? One is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and second one alpha beta is equal to c by a. These are two relationship that you are already seen in the previous question. Yes. Then, in order to solve this question, what you have to do is that, see, you have to find not alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. See, you have to find what alpha raised to 2009 and beta raised to 2009. See, and here the main section here to deal is that you have to find what is alpha and beta. See, by solving this quadratic equation, which one, x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0, by solving this quadratic equation, you can find two zeros, right? By solving the equation x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0. As you know that here a is 1, b is minus 1 and c is 1. By solving this, what will be the answer for, what will be the root for x? You know that to solve it, x is equal to, what is that, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac the whole divided by 2a. See, then when x is equal to minus b, it becomes just b here, it is minus 1, minus and minus 1 plus or minus root of b square. B square means it is minus 1 the whole square minus 4 into 1 into 1 the whole divided by 2 into 1. See, that means x is equal to 1 plus or minus root of minus 1 the whole square is 1 minus 4 divided by 2. That means x is equal to, you got the answer as a for the, you get the value for x. That means root of that equation is x is equal to 1 is 1 plus or minus root of it becomes minus 3 divided by 2. That means x is equal to 1 plus or minus, study root of, what is root of minus 3? Root of minus 3 goes to a complex number, then it becomes I root 3 divided by 2. Yeah. Therefore you get two answers, two roots. What is the first root? It is 1 plus I root 3 divided by 2, and the next is, or x is equal to 1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. Okay, you get the two roots for that. Okay, and you can see this is alpha and this is beta. Okay, you have to take, what is the question here? What is the question given? You have to find what alpha raised to 2009 plus beta raised to 2009. See the power of alpha and beta. Oh, how we can expand it? It's too difficult, right? How can I make this in raised to 2009? How we are not able to expand by using binomial expansion on? It's very, very difficult. When I see this thing, see. You have studied the cube root of unity in a previous question. You have studied it, right? What are the cube root of unity? It is 1, omega and omega square. And you studied omega as what? Minus 1 plus I root 3 divided by 2. Okay? And you have studied omega square as minus 1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. Yes. When you go to the section here, you got the two roots, right? One is alpha and one is beta. What is alpha? One is alpha. Alpha is equal to 1 plus I root 3 divided by 2, right? Okay. I can make this alpha, I can change this in. Which one? This in, like, I can write it as minus 1 minus I root 3 divided by 2, right? Yeah, see. It took minus, when you open the bracket, it becomes minus, here minus and minus become plus, and this becomes plus. That means it is similar to this, right? Okay, I can write this in as like this, right? And this is what? This omega square. Therefore, alpha is equal to minus omega square. See, you get alpha as minus omega square. Same way, going to beta. The roots of that equation beta, one of beta is what? 1 minus I root 3 divided by 2. Here also, I took minus as common, and this 1 becomes minus 1, and minus I root 3. Minus I root 3 becomes plus I root 3, the whole by 2. What is that? What is this in? Here, minus 1 plus I root 3 means it is, see, it is omega. Which omega then? We can write as which omega? Minus omega. See, for that, from this section, we got that what? Alpha is equal to minus omega square and beta is equal to minus omega. These are the two results that you get for alpha and beta. And as per the question given here, alpha raised to 2009 plus beta raised to 2009, you have to find this value, right? As you know that alpha is minus omega square raised to 2009 plus beta, what is beta? Minus omega raised to 2009. That's it. See. Okay. That means what is alpha square raised to 2009 means when you multiply 2009 into 2, what happened? 9 2 are 18 here. 104. What is that? It is 4018, right? Therefore you can write as minus alpha raised to 4018. Right? Again. Then plus here minus omega raised to 2009 means it's also minus omega raised to 2009. See. Okay. And you find the value. What is omega raised to 4008 means? Again, as per the cube root of unity, as one of the relationship, one of the result there is, you studied omega cube is equal to 1. That means omega raised to the power of 3. Omega raised to the power of 3, omega raised to the multiples of power of 3, it is 1. Therefore, in order to find omega raised to higher powers, if you want to, here you have to find omega raised to 4018, right? See, I am going to I am doing an example to find omega raised to 273, omega raised to 278, to find omega raised to 278. But the shortcut way is that just to multiply 278 divided by 3. See, and here find you get 9 3s are, you get 27, remainder 0, you take 8, and 3 2s are 6, and remainder is 2, right? Therefore you can write omega raised to 278 as omega cube, see, omega cube raised to 92 into omega square. Right? Is it right? Yes or no? 92 into 3 means, this 92 into 3 means it is 276 and into this omega 276 into which one? Omega square. It means 278, right? Yes. That means just the thing is that to make you multiply the number given, the power given by 3 and you express like this. Okay. As per the question here is 4018. Okay. And you get the answer. What is the answer here? What is the answer you are getting here? Omega cube ratio, omega cube is 1 raised to 92. 1 raised to 92 into omega square. What is 1 raised to 92? It is 1 into omega square. See that just the shortcut way is that when you multiply, when you are defining higher powers of omega, you multiply that number by 3, then you get a remainder. What is the remainder here? It is 2. Therefore, you can write omega raised to 272 directly as omega square. Don't need to do these many steps. Okay? Understood? Okay? To find higher powers of omega, just to multiply that number by 3 and just to make that omega raised to higher power to the omega raised to the power of the remainder. Here. Okay? You got it? Yes. That in that way, you are here in this section we have found alpha raised to 2009 plus beta raised to 2009 as minus omega raised to 408 plus minus omega raised to 2009. Therefore, what you do? You have to divide 4018 divided by 3. See? 3 ones are 3, you get 1 here, you 10 times. 3 threes are 9, remainder 1 times, 1 here, carry. 3 threes are 9, again 9. This 2, 28, and how many times? 9 threes are 27, the remainder is 1. That means, what happened here? You can write here is equal to, you can write here as is equal to what? Minus omega raised to 408, as what is the remainder you got here? 1. That means you can write it as minus omega. You can write as minus omega raised to 1, or you write minus omega. You got it? Just to divide the higher power, that power divide by 3, and what is the remainder you got? You make it in it as the ratio of that number. Okay, omega raised to 1. Again, what is that? Omega raised to 2009, right? Same way, 2009. Sorry, not 201. It is 2009, right? Yes. Okay, 2009 divided by 3. Same procedure again. What is that? 20. That means 6 threes are 18. Remainder 20. Again 6 times. Again 18. 29. What is that? 9 threes are 27. Remainder is 2. Therefore, you can write it as minus omega raised to 2009 as minus omega square. You got it? See? Okay. Then, what is the answer for that? Therefore, in the session, you got the answer as what? You get the answer alpha raised to 2009 plus beta raised to 2009 as minus omega square. So you know that when you take the minus common, you can write omega plus omega square. As you already studied in the previous question of cube root of unity, you have studied a relationship there. 1 plus omega, that means sum of cube root of unity is equal to 0. That means from this equation, omega plus omega square is equal to, you get as, when one goes to the right side, it becomes minus 1. Therefore, you can write as minus of omega plus omega square is equal to minus 1, and omega plus omega square is equal to minus 1. The answer is 1. 1 is the right answer. Going to the option, 1 is there. C is the right answer for this question. Is it clear? For the answer is C. One more time, telling about how to find the higher powers omega. If you need to find omega raised to 2020, what is that? Just to multiply 2020 divided by 3. Okay, 6 threes are 18, remainder is 2, you take 22, 7 threes are 21, remainder is 1, you take 10. Then how many times here? What is that? 3 threes are 9, remainder is 1, right? Therefore, you can write omega raised to 220 as omega raised to the remainder. That means omega raised to 220 is omega. Understood? Okay. Is it clear? Yes. See, cube root of unities and quadratic equations are one of the very important sections. There will be questions from this section. Don't forget to by heart this result. Okay. And thank you for attending this session. Thank you.